manufacturing, transportation, combustion are the source of air pollution. They produce small PM 2.5 particles that affects human health. The PM 2.5 particles enter our body through nose and mouth, causing nose and throat irritation. They can even travel deep into our lungs, causing lungs and heart problems, such as cardiovascular disease and lung cancer. What do you know about indoor air pollution? Household products, cooking, exercising at home, produce formaldehyde and odor. Is the indoor air quality better than the outdoor? No, indoor air pollution is 5 times higher than the outdoor. Is the in-car air quality better than the outdoor? No, the air pollution in the car is 15 times higher than the outdoor. There is a solution right now. Atmosphere Sky and Atmosphere Mini, the air purifiers for home. And Atmosphere Drive, the air purifier for car. You deserve the best air.
Hi everyone, good evening, good to see you all again today on our virtual workshop on 3 different products. We're not going to talk about one, but as I said, we will have 3 different interesting products, and the topic for tonight is called Amway Air Treatment System Protection from your home to your car. My name is Harirama, and let's get straight into the training, right? Okay, now today's highlight, we have a few different aspects that we're going to look into. Number 1, indoor and outdoor air pollution. What are these indoor airborne contaminants? What causes indoor air pollution? And how can we improve indoor air quality as well as the air quality in the car? Okay, so now, why do we need an air purifier? Why do we actually need an air purifier? If we really look into it, in Amway we have Atmosphere Sky, we have Atmosphere Mini, and we also have Atmosphere Drive. But why do we need the air purifier? Now, just think about it. We eat at least about 2.5 kg of food in a single day. And we drink about 2 kilos of water in a single day. But do you know how much of air do we breathe? That's almost about 13 kilos of air in every single day. That's a lot of air that you have to breathe, correct? So what we want to do is, we have to make sure that the air is clean. But WHO says that 9 out of 10 people breathe polluted air. Every single day, we are breathing in 13 kilos of polluted air. But where is this source of these pollutants coming from? If we look into it, we have air pollution coming from the exhaust from the vehicles out there, the open burning, or combustion, factory waste. We have all this, agriculture waste that is actually being, in a way, comes back to the air that we breathe in. But why is this air dangerous? Yes, the air, especially here in our country, everybody knows, we even jokingly say we have only 2 seasons in Malaysia, haze and without haze. But it's not just the haze that the air is polluted, even on normal days, because of the sources I mentioned earlier. And the air is so polluted that we really need to do something about it, right? And does it cause us affect our health? Yes, because anything that is PM 2.5 micron or lesser, it can actually get into our system and can cause a lot of problems, including eczema, lung cancers, heart disease and such. Later we will look more into this, the causes of air pollution, right? But now, let's go into indoor air quality. Now, do you think the indoor air quality is better than the outdoor air quality? We assume that, I'm inside the house, I should be safer. Outside is more polluted, I don't go out, I stay home. It should be safer. More so now we are all at home, right? But actually, the survey says that indoor air pollution is 5 times more than outdoor air pollution. But how about the car? It's even worse. The car, air pollution in the car is 15 times more than the outdoor air pollution. Now, why is this happening? Let me elaborate a bit about the air pollution. The theory of air pollution is dilution. The more diluted the air, the better it is. That means the more diluted the air, the more diluted the contaminants in the air. But when you take a smaller space, let's say we think about outdoor, the air is constantly circulating, which makes sure that there's constantly being cleaned. The contaminants is getting diluted. It's not concentrated. But when you come indoor, the air, once it comes inside, is just circulating in the house. There is no way of diluting it, except us who breathe in this air. So when you go into a smaller space, which is the car, it becomes 15 times more contaminated. Now, let's look into the sources of indoor air contaminants. Number one, we have our household cleaning products, right? We have the kitchen cleaners, the floor cleaners. If we are using the ones which are made from chemicals and all, these are one of the source of air pollution inside the house. The other one are the pets. We have cats, we have puppies at home, we have rabbits, hamsters. All these pets can actually cause air pollution in the house itself. And smoking. We still have, Malaysia is very well known for a nation who smokes, right? So that means it's very apparent that people today still smoke inside the house. So this smoke is also contributing to indoor air pollution. And when you go out and you come back in, you actually bring in with you a lot of air pollution, right? Because all the debris which is coming on you, or when you touch all the bacteria and viruses, when you come back inside and you actually touch, it tends to spread inside your house itself. And also something that most people cannot avoid is cooking, especially now more so. We are staying home. As we cook, all this is actually contributing to the air pollution. Actually, these are just a few that I've highlighted, but there's much more air pollutants indoor that you can look into. Like you talk about formaldehyde coming from your furnitures, the paint in your wall, the ceilings, and so on and so forth. There's just so many. But what are these things that's causing air pollution inside the house? We have formaldehyde, we have VOCs, or volatile organic compounds, we have bacteria and viruses, which you can't run away from. We have odor from cooking, odor from smoke. We have harmful chemicals like we discussed earlier. Now let's look into more detail about formaldehyde. If you look into formaldehyde, most of the household cleaning products has kitchen cleaner and floor cleaner contains formaldehyde. But there are a lot of other things also contains formaldehyde in the house. But what does this formaldehyde do? It can cause irritation for your eyes, nose, throat, and your skin. It increases breathing problems, especially for people with asthma, because anything that goes in, it triggers, and it can actually it can affect you, right? But now let's look a bit. Just on the go, let's touch about Amway home care products, which is actually very safe because it's made from biodegradable ingredients, and it is very safe to use. So really think about it. If we live in a house, why would we want to use chemicals? I think we should go for something which is biodegradable and safer to use. Okay, so anyway, that's for another workshop for next time. But let's look into the next type of contaminant, which is volatile organic compound. So volatile organic compounds are emitted gases from certain solids or liquids, right? Now, concentration of volatile organic compounds are consistently higher indoors, up to 10 times higher than outdoors. As I mentioned earlier, these gases are now trapped in the house. There's no way it doesn't go out. So as it gets more and more concentrated, that's why it's more concentrated indoors, right? Organic chemicals are widely used as ingredients in household products. You can, as I mentioned earlier, the paint in our house. We talk about dry clean clothing. We talk about cleaners and disinfectants at home. We talk about stored fuels and automotive products. They do contain VOCs. But what's even more dangerous than VOCs are the bacteria and viruses. I think this is something that all of us are so worried about right now, because we saw how badly the virus can affect based on what's happening right now. We can see how terrible it can be, right? It's so invisible to the human eye, you just cannot know, you can't even know where it is and where it is not, and they are all around us, and it's truly very, very scary. For example, you talk about influenza viruses, you talk about coronavirus, and it can live inside or outside our body. Okay, just on your skin right now, you can have hundreds of bacteria and viruses, and it can actually affect our health. Right now, what it can do to you, it can cause sneezing, fever, coughs, and a lot more than just those I just mentioned, right? So now let's look a bit more detail when you talk about viruses. I just like to take this influenza virus as an example. Now, a cubic meter of air may contain 15,000 flu viruses. Talking about 15,000 viruses in a cubic meter of air. They stay in the air for hours and make you sick. It doesn't disappear just like that. It's just there lingering in the air. Right? Now, a diameter of a influenza virus is about 0.08 micron to 0.12 micron. I like to stick to this denomination, which is 0 micron, because everything that we're going to talk about after this will be on this denomination, right? Okay, next, influenza virus it's a type of virus that can cause disease that can infect your nose, throat, and also your lungs. Influenza virus can live on an hard object for up to 48 hours. So imagine you're going out, you're coming back into the house, and this virus is just there. You can't even just make it disappear. It'll be there for at least 48 hours, right? And influenza spreads efficiently between people when they're sneezing or coughing. That means the droplets, right? And that's why it can spread up to 6 meters apart. So you think, the person is far away, the person sneezes, you can actually get caught by this influenza virus. So then the bigger one, which is scary right now, is the coronavirus. It's a large family of viruses. The coronavirus has been there for years, many years, and they have evolved in many, many different types. Now, the one that is very popular before at one point of time was the SARS virus, which was transmitted from civet cats, and also the MERS virus, which came from the dormitory camels, and which came from Middle East. And the diameter of these virus particles was 0.12 micron. Okay, now, so what does these viruses do? It can affect your respiratory system, can give you fever, cough, shortness of breath, breathing difficulties, and on more severe cases, it can even cause pneumonia, severe acute respiratory syndrome. It can cause kidney failure, and worse, it can even cause death. Now, however, we are not saying that the atmosphere sky can go and pull up every virus everywhere and trap it. But what we are saying is, when you have viruses in the air, which is drawn into the air filter, our atmosphere sky, it can actually filter out the viruses. Later we'll look more into it. Now, let's go into the other type of contaminant indoor, which is odor. We look into odor. Odor is something in the air that triggers your sense of smell and can cause or worsen physical symptoms in sensitive individuals. Some people are just sensitive to smell, right? And this odor can actually make you feel so uneasy and uncomfortable. And this odor actually is also creating problems to your health as well. Exposure to odors can result in health effects like eye, nose, throat, and lung irritation, right? Then odor producing activities are common in our daily lives. You can't run away. You're cooking, you have the garbage at home, and maybe you light up a candle. All this actually can contribute to the odor in the house, right? And if you look for another type of contaminants, we can talk about the harmful chemicals which are there. Long ago, probably these were not unheard of, was not so common, but today we live in a life which is so busy, where we have a lot of harmful chemicals. Where do they come from? Burning of fuel, emissions from transport. You talk about cars, trucks, buses. Right in front of a house, there's a road and there's always cars passing by, and these gases are coming inside the house. Imagine you reverse park your car. The moment you reverse, the exhaust fume is gushed straight into your house, and all this stays there. These chemicals are there, right? And they are mostly, when they're PM 2.5, it becomes more harmful harmful chemicals to your body, and it can affect you in various different ways, right? Now let's look into PM 2.5. What is this PM 2.5? Okay, particulate matter. Now the common one is actually PM 10. If you take a strand of hair, it's PM 10. Now if you take one strand of hair and you cut it into 28 pieces, 28 slices, each one is PM 2.5, which is 2.5 micron. Now this PM 2.5 micron is so minute that it can go into your system itself. Okay, so now as we go next, what we can see is, where is the source of this PM 2.5? It comes from tobacco smoke. It comes from cooking, frying or broiling. It comes from burning candles, as we spoke earlier. You have a barbecue party at home. Of course now you can't, but when you have it, it's all the smoke is there. This it's all 2.5. And vehicle exhaust, as I mentioned earlier, you reverse park your car, the exhaust fume is going inside your house, it is 2.5, which actually can affect your health, right? And what does it do? It destroys your respiratory system. It gives you lung disease. It can give you heart attack. It can give you stroke as well. And now, just think about this. Just to make it more relatable or more understandable, what is PM10 and what is PM 2.5? When you're just walking, suddenly you feel like you're coughing, you have a bit of phlegm coming out, you have a bit of sneeze coming out. This is what PM10 does. So when PM10 goes into your system, your body now traps it. Your whole respiratory system, they have this cell mechanism to trap it. That's where you get phlegm. Though when suddenly you're getting phlegm, that's when your body has trapped this PM10. So as far as PM10 is concerned, it can be trapped, it will be taken out of your system, and your system works very fine. But what's dangerous is when it's PM 2.5. This PM 2.5 can actually go into your system, can actually go into your lungs and pass through, the place where and the alveolus where the oxygen and carbon dioxide is being exchanged. That is where this PM 2.5 will go in, and then once it goes into your blood, goes to your heart, and once your heart pumps all over to your body, now this PM 2.5 can be at any part of your body, including your brain, your leg, your stomach, everywhere, right? But now let's look back again, the relative size based to our air purification system that we have in Amway, which is Sky, Mini and Drive, as to the contaminants out there. If you look at this table here now, you can see that our filtration system is 0.0024 micron, but the viruses are 0.05 to 0.1 micron, which means the HEPA filter can actually filter viruses, including all the other contaminants. Because virus is the smallest thing, that's why I would like to compassionate with that, because if you can trap that, then everything else you do not have to worry. Okay, so now let's look into indoor air pollution that can affect our health. Okay, if we look detail into indoor air pollution that can affect our health, what happens when you breathe? The common ones that we know, okay, of course, lung problems, we're talking about cough, phlegms, fever and all that. But even more than that, some things that we have probably never related before with air pollution is actually skin damage, depression, sensory system effects, and also weight gain. We will look more into it. Okay, next, as we go on, we can see that how indoor air pollution affects the skin. Okay, we actually am taking these 4 different examples just to show as an example. Now first we look into the skin. Now these small particles can actually stuck in your skin layer, in your skin, and can close your pores. When it's closed, it's closing your pores, and now it's actually blocking your skin from having proper breathing. Now what happens? This can cause problem to your skin, and these contaminants can cause harm to your skin, which you can trigger damage to your deeper skin as well. So this is what we call pollution-induced acne on your skin, and in long term it can even cause redness, prone skin, dry itchy skin, can cause wrinkles, and even enlarge your pores, right? So if we look into depression, now some of you may be wondering, what has depression got to do with air pollution? I'm not saying air pollution is the only source for depression, but I'm saying air pollution can contribute to depression. Now earlier, remember we were discussing about how this particle PM 2.5 can actually go everywhere in your body. So let's take nitrogen dioxide or PM 2.5. it actually goes as we exchanges into your body, goes to your brain. It can actually cause chronic brain inflammation. Now the idea is like this: your body is very well functioning. When it sees something foreign, it doesn't want to accept it. It inflames. It wants to burn it out. But when it inflames, it causes other problems. So that's where the chronic brain inflammation happens, and that can cause depression. Imagine inflammation is happening in your brain. You're not going to sit around being happy. You're going to be so depressed and angry and so affected, right? So that's another thing that can contribute to depression. Next, if you look into how indoor air pollution can affect sensory system. Now, when you talk about the fine particles that goes into your lungs and then goes into your blood and eventually goes into your nerves and then goes into your brain and can cause damage to your central nervous system, and it can give you central nervous system disorders. That's why sometimes in patients who get Alzheimer's or even Parkinson disease, air pollution may not be the only reason, but it can also contribute. So our point here is that we want to try and remove these triggers out of the system. We want to remove it from our system itself. Okay, so then weight gain. Okay, I'm not saying, oh, I can eat nasi lemak, I don't need to do exercise, I can wall up all the food, I won't put on weight. Just by breathing bad air, I will put on weight. No, that's not what I'm saying. But there is a relationship between air pollution to weight gain as well. Maybe not so direct, but there is, right? Now, what this particular study has shown is that the particulate matters, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide and all, can contribute to weight gain because it can slow down your metabolism process. And also, it blocks your detox pathway. So when your detox pathway is blocked because of all these other contaminants, it can actually cause your weight not to go down, So that's why today, what we want to conclude is that the quality of air is the quality of your life. So it is so important and is significant for us to look into the quality of air in our house. So but how do we do that? And that's why Amway has these wonderful products to assist us to help improve the quality of air in the house. Right, the first product that we want to look into is the Atmosphere Sky, which has 3-stage filtration system. Now, all of you may know this. The first filter system is the pre-filter. The pre-filter is very important to reduce large particles such as dust and hair. That's why for those who are using it, you know that very fast you can see all this dust and all coming in, and you just have to vacuum it and then put it back in, right? And then the second one is the HEPA filter, high efficiency particulate arrestor. HEPA filter is the most efficient filtration system in the market now. And when you look at the one that we use in Atmosphere Sky, we use the one that can filter up to 0.0024 micron at 99.99% efficiency, which means this is an amazing product that can filter out all the viruses and bacteria we were talking about earlier. Then we have the carbon filter. Now, why do we still need a carbon filter when the HEPA filter is so efficient? Because the HEPA filter cannot dilute the gases and odor. So you need the carbon filter to reduce all the gases and odor that is being passing through the carbon filtration system. And this is not just from what we are claiming. The British Allergy Foundation seal of approval has given us the certification that this product does all the things that I've just mentioned. And also AM verified to verify the room size, volume, and also the CADR, clean air delivery rate of common household appliances. We have the Energy Star as well as ECAF certification as well, right, for the Atmosphere Sky. Now, apart from that, all these Atmosphere products are connected to the Atmosphere Connect. This Atmosphere Connect is a very powerful tool for us because it works as a remote control, which means you can turn on, turn off. Imagine you're downstairs and you have your unit upstairs, you can control your unit from downstairs. And because it's Wi-Fi connectable, even you're out at work or maybe you're out for a holiday somewhere else, you can still control your unit as long as your unit is connected to the Wi-Fi, right? And you are also able to measure your air quality indoor. So this is very interesting. You see, imagine you can see a pattern of at certain particular time, the air pollution is just high. So if every day is the same timing, the air pollution is high, at least now you know there's something wrong is happening at that particular time, and you can try and find out the source of the air pollution, right? Number 2 is a filter life tracking, which can able to be done on the app itself, which means you do not have to keep on checking on the unit. You can just turn on your phone, press the app, and you can track it, and also the device status. It can be checked whether it's on, turned off, everything can be controlled using an Atmosphere Connect app, and in one app you can connect multiple units. That's even interesting, right? So the 3 points to remember on Atmosphere Sky: number 1, third-party certification. This third-party certification is extremely important because you do not want something which Amway alone is claiming. We want something that third party claims and verifies it, so that when as a consumer you know that the product has been certified and whatever that we are saying has been verified by third party as well. And the second one is 3-stage filtration system. Again, the number is 0.0024 micron. You know, this is crazy. We saw some of the viruses being much larger than 0.0024 micron at efficiency of 99.99% filtration. So that's amazing. And the CADR is at 300 cubic feet per minute, and also cleans up to 465 square feet. So the number is 300 CFM and 465 square feet. Okay, so now next we want to look into the new product which everybody is excited about, and I'm also very excited about, is the Mini, Atmosphere Mini. This is a very new product, Mini, but a lot of people have this question: small, does it work? Is it powerful? It is small, but it's as powerful as it is mighty strong, right? Now let's look into the Mini. This is the first unique feature about the Mini compared to Sky. The filter is combined as one cartridge. It combined as one filter. We have the pre-filter to capture the large particle just as how the Sky does. We have the carbon filter to reduce the household odor and chemical contaminants, also the gases and odor and gases just like the Sky, as well as the HEPA filter at the efficiency of 0.0024 micron at 99.99% efficiency, and all this in one. So it's very unique. So we have exactly what is there in Sky, it has it here as well. The same number applies, 0.0024 micron. And also we have the Allergies UK seal of approval, which has been certified to remove allergens as well as bacteria and viruses just like the Sky. And we also have it certified by AHAM to give us 130 cubic feet per minute of air, and also the room size of 200 square feet. Okay, much smaller than Sky, 465. This is at 200 square feet. So if it applies for a smaller room, say maybe a small bedroom or second guest room and all, it works that way. And it also has a very beautiful panel where you can actually check your filter replacement indicator. You can check your particle sensor reading indicator. There's mode, night mode and auto mode, as well as connectivity. You can connect your unit to the Wi-Fi so that it can be connected to the app as well, and you can control the fan speed as well. Okay, next as we see. So 3 points to remember on the Mini. Number 1, third-party certification, again recognized for its ability to reduce exposure to specific allergens. Now, what I would like to suggest here is, as consumers, go back today. Once you're done with this presentation today, go on the Allergy UK website, track down air purifiers that can remove bacteria and viruses, and you'll find that Atmosphere Sky and Atmosphere Mini appears over there. Do test it for yourself. It's very interesting. And the CADR, again, just to remind, 130 cubic feet per minute. So that means it can deliver 130 cubic feet of air per minute, right? And cleans up to 200 square feet size of the room. And 3-in-1 filter. So that's the difference, right? Earlier was 3 different filters, but here 3-in-1, but same efficiency at 0.0024 micron at 99.99%. Now let's look at the final product, the Atmosphere Drive. Now the Atmosphere Drive also has a 3-in-1 filtration system, which has the pre-filter and particulate filter, which removes 0.015 micron, Not the same as what you call Mini or Sky, but this is powerful for the car. 0.05 micron, which can remove bacteria and viruses, and we have activated carbon to remove gases, right, harmful gases. And also proud to say that Atmosphere Drive is the first and at the moment the only car air purifier to receive LG UK seal of approval. So if you're looking for an air purifier for the car, don't look far. This is the only one which is certified by LG UK. And it has a smart chip technology that connects the unit to individual filters for effective filter life monitoring, allowing you to never have to question when to change the filter. You don't have to remember, you don't have to jot it down anywhere. And this is how it looks like. It has a filter life indicator, okay, green to means good, yellow 14 days to replace based on 2 hours per day usage, red filter life is depleted. And also there's an air quality indicator. You can put the fan at high speed or low speed, and also it does have an auto mode as well, in case you want the unit to justify on its own, right? Next, as we go, just 3 points to remember on Atmosphere Drive. It is a 3-in-1 filter, clears 99% of particles. Highest performance at clean air delivery rate is 30 meter cube per hour, and first and only car air treatment system to receive LG UK seal of approval. And now finally, just to look into it again, so who do you think needs an air purifier? Now the elderly people, because they need to remove bacteria and viruses as they are most sensitive to it. For smokers, to reduce their odor, okay, if can, stop smoking if can, right? Pet lovers, capture large particles such as fur, right? Because if you have kids at home, you have pets at home, and the pet's fur is the one that can cause problem to kids. Why not put an air purifier that can remove it? The fourth one, family with children, because kids, again, just like the elderly people, are more sensitive. Their immune system is just building up. You need to prevent all these allergens from going in. And finally, people with allergies, reduce or remove allergens. If you really understand allergies are commonly triggered by these particles and contaminants. So you want to find ways to remove the particles and contaminants so that the allergy has not been triggered. It's not triggered, right? So now, what are the benefits of having an air purifier? Number 1, improve air circulation and eliminate mold. Number 2, reducing respiratory diseases. Number 3, remove dust and allergens. Number 4, remove pollens. Number 5, remove odor. And number 6, the most important one that everybody is worried right now, is to remove bacteria and viruses. Okay, and let's look at this interesting table here that has every details needed there. Number 1, Atmosphere Sky, the CADR is 300 cubic feet per minute. Atmosphere Mini, 130 cubic feet per minute. Atmosphere Drive, 30 meter cube per hour. And coverage for the Atmosphere Sky is 465 square feet, and for Atmosphere Mini is 200 square feet. For the Atmosphere Drive is depending on the size of the vehicle. It can cover the entire vehicle. Particulate size for Sky and Mini is the same, 0.0024 micron, and for Atmosphere Drive is 0.05 micron. 0.015 micron for Atmosphere Drive, and the contaminants removed for all three of it is the same, 327 listed contaminants. And voice level for Atmosphere Sky is 26 dBA to 52 dBA, whereas Atmosphere Mini is 27 dBA to 52 dBA, when for Atmosphere Drive is 40 dBA to 55 dBA. Okay, and filter type, Atmosphere Sky, pre-filter, HEPA filter and carbon filter. For Atmosphere Mini, 3-in-1. For Atmosphere Drive, 3-in-1 as well. Okay, and the certification for Atmosphere Sky, we have British Allergy certification, AHAM, ECAF, as well as Energy Star. Whereas for Atmosphere Mini, we have British Allergy and AHAM, and for Atmosphere Drive, we have British Allergy certification. Okay, so again, now we are already in the month of August. We have amazing lineup of promotions coming up. Stay tuned and keep updating yourself on the e-newsgram. You are bound to see, because we are having trading programs, we have gift with purchase promotions, we have also easy to own methods. Also we have Atmosphere Drive promotions coming as well. So it just keep updating yourself on the newsgram to get more information. And that's all from me today. We have amazing product. We have amazing product to support and help us to make sure the quality of air in the house is taken care of. And for our family, it is a worthwhile investment. Let's look into the Atmosphere Sky, Atmosphere Mini, and Atmosphere Drive to help you to breathe better without contaminants. And with that, thank you so much. See you again. I'm Hari Rama, and see you again in the next training again. Thank you.